So that Zeranium armor of yours makes you invincible for a time, but you need your own head protection? Just hand-waving that detail away? Whatever. Not my department.
By calculating the position of every atom in the universe, we can predict the future.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish. The invaders have succumbed to a life of pilferage and plunder, and his choice troops have been espied bivouacked in trenches crisscrossing the highlands. And although a ceasefire exists, a healthy degree of circumspection remains advised. Numerous invasive species deposited here by and his choice have been determined to be territorial, toothsome, and aggressive. Travelers are instructed to closely monitor their
The lower hall is for contemplative calculation. The upper hall is for somber internal speculation. For
The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes early to avoid missing their tram.
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. The Order and Auntie's Choice have sent their forces, as promised, but they will need to find their own landing zones. You may be without assistance as you navigate the station. Donning armor before embarking on this mission is highly recommended. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station. Hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
Void, take that Consul. This is the 1000th time he has gone too far. Would that I could slay him once for each.
Intimidation is not required. Protectorate subjects are not programmed to question authority. Warning. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent certain destruction of the colony.
My business with the Consul is deeply personal, and I have made my distrust for DeVries known. I must be brought along, to judge the former, and reserve judgment for the latter.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
This place is a nightmare beyond the most fevered delusion. And those soldiers, they do not look right. The Consul stands at the controls of the Sovereign's own flagship. How my blood boils.
Everything's spoken here. Wires, twisted, landing pad, 30.
Enemies detected.
Ready to assist. For the commander's well-being. Improving your stopping powers. Leaking an alarming amount of fluids. Failure to match nearby hostiles to known Protectorate biological signatures. Providence identified. Standing for the Protectorate colonial anthem is not required at this time.
Everything's broken here. Wires, twisted, landing pad, 30.
Remember, we're all in this together. The skip drive is our legacy.
Horizon Point appears to have undergone severe degradation over the past 10 years. Exploding may have been a contributing factor.
We have stepped into the world.
Introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate, but none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together. The skip drive is our legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are. And it falls to you, the eyes, the ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate, but none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together. The skip drive is our legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are. It falls to you, the eyes, the ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate, but none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together. The skip drive is our legacy.
This is not a death befitting a noble subject of the Protectorate. The thought of meeting a similar fate makes me shudder.
But none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together. The skip drive is our legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are.
Villains abound. Be on guard.
Bounty for all. Help you with something? Better take a gander.
Let us hope that whatever architect-forsaken logic operates within this place does not fail us.
concern for...
Calling. Per our agreement, Anti's choice support ships, including the fine print, the contingency plan, and the upper hand, are headed your way. Order forces are on a similar trajectory.
We've support in spades. The consul must be quaking in his boots. My armor may be rated for temperatures in the thousands, but I find even most blankets too stifling. Let us find an alternate.
Exiting hazard radius. Status: alive.
Not friendly.
Standing by. Life support.
This unit is concerned for the commander's well-being.
At your word, I shall charge!
I'm armed.
Close quarters combat abilities. Standing by with life support.
Stand ready. Our foes are close.
The commander's final stop has reached. Is concerned for Agent DeVries' ship detected ahead. However, due to previous acts of betrayal, Agent DeVries has not been returned to the team roster.
Villains abound. Be on guard.
Health benefits available at your request. Augmenting close quarters.
Augustine DeVries, formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording for posterity. The Consul of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of this station. It is my hope that whatever you find here will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop him. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. For that, I am sorry.
I sense scum and gloom.
Invasive elements! Striving!
Agents, prepare for combat.
Disruptive influence!
Is primed.
I am loath to admit I require that choice.
close range capabilities.
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming. And we're right behind them with a delivery of Auntie's Choice finest supplies. Soon you'll say, that is better than nature.
Forward! Forward! Destroy these abominations! Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies.
N-ray. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
Thanks too much!
Engaging hostile life forms.
Hostile.
N-ray. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
Be mindful of where you step. Chasms are everywhere. Be mindful of where you step. Chasms are everywhere. Be mindful of where you step. Chasms are everywhere.
make me do this? Why?
A voice match has been found for Agent Pascal. However, Agent Pascal is dead. This unit may need maintenance.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Agent Pascal, calm yourself. You are not in your right mind.
Don't you talk to me like you know me. Wait. Commander? Is that you? No, this must be some kind of trick. Ugh, what's happening to me? My skin, it's burning. I feel dizzy. Not right at all. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Ugh, I had to kill them.
Then they weren't too dissimilar from the troopers we encountered outside. This is concerning.
How do I know you won't turn against me as well? How do I know you won't come at me with murder in your eyes?
We only inflict pain on our enemies. You do best not to become one.
You do seem like yourself, Commander. Can you tell me what's happening? I can't make much sense of things myself. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then... nothing.
That explains it. She was left alive, just long enough for the rift to take her. That's why the Reconstitution worked on her. To some extent.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries wasn't responding to comms. What happened? Don't tell me the situation got too fluid for you, DeVries. That it?
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been. Isn't that right, Commander?
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true.
That's right. It wouldn't do to have any distractions. I'm thankful that you understand.
Oh. But everything ain't right, is it? That thing in the sky. It's done something to me, I think. And to Sandoval. And Jepson. But I ain't sure what.
The Protectorate are attempting to reconstitute the station to how it was moments before destruction. That includes you. But it's failing. I'm sorry.
So I've come back from death to some... what? Some warped version of life? All because of some twisted experiment? Is that about right? You can help me, though. Right, Commander? You can do something to fix this. How much time? With the way I'm bleeding out, I ain't sure how long I can hold on. Then go bring the fight to those bastards. I'll do my best to hold on.
Pascal? Helen? I can stay with you for a moment, if you'd like. Might help with the wait for the commander.
Yeah, all right. Maybe you can patch me up some if things take a turn. Hurry back, huh? I'll keep the porch light on. I'll just wait here, Commander. Go on.
You're the one who forged an alliance between Auntie's Choice and the Order, ain't you? We got supplies and medical support.
The Order thanks you for your tactful negotiations with Auntie's Choice. Supplies are available upon proceeding.
You with Auntie? We brought
Hold
supplies.
clear.
We're here to help.
You may approach, Commander. We've got supplies at the ready.
Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments.
Greetings! In what particular way are you afflicted?
Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess any injuries you may have sustained appear to be mild. Perhaps the worst of it is all in your mind? Any treatments or supplies you may require are complimentary at the request of our presiding bishop. May the numbers guide you. We shall stand by for further orders. Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments.
Hello. Tell me. Step right up for the most exorbitant medical care money can usually buy. I say usually because Auntie has declared a rare exception for you. Our esteemed accomplice, just for you, will cure all physical ailments on the house. Today only. No catch. Well, technically I'm barred from practicing medicine in Arcadia. Auntie herself reversed the ban since we're on a mission outside official jurisdiction. It's all a technicality. I have been fully certified by the finest. Well, no time for explanations. Do you want my help or not? Greetings! In what particular way are you afflicted?
Initial observations conclude that this...
Are you in need of any weapons, armor, or other supplies? The presiding bishop foresaw this. We are most grateful for your role in reconciling Auntie's Choice and the Order. Please, take what you require.
Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments.
A short-range rover has emerged from the Providence, Commander. Destination, Horizon Point. Intention, unknown.
Unfriendly in combat range.
I'm inclined to give chase.
Enemy operative!
Augmenting close quarters capabilities. Improving your space power.
Ready to dispense judgment! I despise asking for aid. I must. You have my thanks and my hammer. The rift has reconstituted more enemies. Engagement imminent.
We're all in this together. The skip drive is our legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are. And it falls to you, the eyes, the ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station, to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process.
You're dead? Did you breathe it first? I did. The system abides.
Of vital cause. N-ray. Exposure. Undermining. Functioning.
Improving your stopping power. Warning. The rift ahead has absorbed plasma and should not be approached directly.
If we gallivant about, we might find a solution to this problem. Or at least a path less likely to have us torn asunder. Your vitals look grim, Commander. It would appear our path is barred. That rift looks exceedingly unstable. If we gallivant about, we might find a solution to this problem. Or at least a path less likely to have us torn asunder.
This is scientist Bernard Rand, sent to Horizon.
This unit excels at statistical analysis. It is not programmed to solve theoretical math.
duty of every protectorate subject
Not
to
friendly
ensure they
life
are
form
operating at
detected.
peak efficiency at all.
should have expected that my sovereign would have solved such a complex equation himself. What a brilliant mind.
Please input this equation in the Skip Lab terminal at your earliest convenience.
The sovereign's own private lab. I cannot believe how unscathed it all remains. Is it too much to hope it would remain this way? By the Sovereign's grace, our accomplishments are his own. If you wish to take credit for a punishment I meted out, I would be delighted.
laboratory? Our projections are off by orders of magnitude. Solver save us. Montserrat's hypothesis was correct all along. The results of the experiment were faulty. Capture the readings. We'll let the blame settle as it lies. Data retrieval complete. Let us hope the others return shortly.
If we do not take that rover to the Providence, Arcadia may be consumed by these rifts.
Enthusiastically.
No alarms? Hail of gunfire? We seem to have entered undetected. We'd best unseal...
Attention, crew deck. Intruder alert. Be vigilant.
Notice. Reinforcements have arrived. Chemically enhanced.
Now that you have finished showing extreme prejudice to our enemies, come, let us coordinate. In spite of your success thus far, the hard work is not yet finished. You still need to seize the rift modulator and end the console's machinations, by force if necessary. Both the modulator and the conductor of this ill-conceived plot are on the decks above us. However, there are security protocols you will need to bypass in order to access them.
Oh, two of the strongest individuals in Arcadia aren't enough for you? Or perhaps you need a quick bowl of purpleberry crunch for an added boost of moxie.
A precision strike team meets the requirements of this mission. Bringing any more troops would have been excessive. Each deck has its own restrictions, and the lift can only be operated with access credentials, such as a pass card. But these are limited to certain personnel, so it may be difficult to locate one. An alternate route through the engine room is viable, but there is a high likelihood that you will encounter automechanical defenses. Much on this ship, it seems, is not for the eyes of the rank and file. Indeed, I will hold position on this level to ensure you are not flanked by enemy reinforcements. Look for me once you have reached the uppermost level. We will regroup there.
If you must replace lost equipment, please submit proof of punishment. Unit does not accept blood. Please make a request. Displaying inventory.
Reveal your scream! As a member of the Protectorate's finest, you are granted access to euphoric stimulants. We trust your loyalty to the Protectorate shall stave off symptoms of withdrawal. How might this unit bolster or reduce your current blood volume? Note, by viewing inventory, user admits they possess foreign currency and shall submit to inspection, interrogation, and/or violent beating by security. Displaying inventory. Please keep any and all fluids leaking from your body from staining the floor. Failure to do so will result in punishment via denial of medical service. How might this unit bolster or reduce your current blood volume? Please keep stimulant purchases within daily allotments. Displaying inventory.
Multiple threats and hazards identified ahead. Seeking an alternative to direct conflict is recommended. Entering a confrontational
sensors.
Please take 3 naval tests before continuing.
Attention.
I would vote in favor of fighting our way to the console, but if you do not, we should either locate an access card or keep away from our foes.
The rift modulator is likely located on this deck. More information may aid in its acquisition.
Did you not hear the intruder alert from the crew deck? This is a very poor time to be loitering somewhere you should not. You'd best present a very convincing reason for your presence, lest I order our automechs to smear you across the floor. Oh, yes, of course. Worry not, I would never misuse our machines to literally crush my enemies. If there's a maintenance issue, speak with Chief Scientist Montserrat. He's by the rift modulator at the moment. Show him these credentials and he'll get you situated. Of course, the console's vision for an idealized version of Arcadia are paramount to my own aims. It's my wife, you see. She's never loved me, and she chews with her mouth open. Through the console's plan, I expect to see both issues rectified, especially the latter one. Montserrat asserts that this is not how the rift shall work, but I believe he simply needs to redouble his devotion.
Yet I can see the sheer arrogance in this display. Reconstitution cannot work. It must not be allowed to work. Look at the size of the rift modulator. Seems we shan't be using it. Not without commandeering the whole ship. Let us see what we can unearth regarding it.
Energy manifolds at extreme low. In event of ship destruction, please inform this unit's engineer.
on down there, Deck 01? I saw an intruder alert. Acknowledged. This intercom is to be used for emergencies only. Misuse of this intercom will result in prompt arrest and correction of the perpetrator. Now, how can I assist you, Deck 01? How many times must I explain this to you all down there? Every subject aboard the Providence must keep their deck access credentials on their person at all times. If you misplaced your access card, Sovereign help you, because I surely cannot. Perhaps a colleague would be willing to lend you theirs,
Deck 2 should now be accessible.
Go about your business, or do not. Go about your business, or do not.
better get a move on before this ramshackle
remains of
scrapple
Horizon
of a
Point should
station
yield
falls
much
apart.
in the way of science,
Hustle up to the
once the
science
threat
wing.
of the rift
Get
is
the rift
neutralized.
modulate. You should really go on ahead. We'll keep these slackwits distracted. Go seal the deal.
Irrefutable proof that the Consul's mad plan is impossible. Yet even if we confronted him with it, I doubt it would stop him.
Return to your work, my fellow subject.
I'm no scientician, yet I can see the sheer arrogance in this display. Reconstitution cannot work. It must not be allowed to work. Yet I can see the sheer arrogance in this display. Reconstitution cannot work. It must not be allowed to work. Interesting. Very interesting. I had feared that all within the Protectorate had given their earnest support to the Consul. This would be a useful weapon against him.
Received word that you were here to fix something. What exactly was it that you needed? I'm rather short on time, as a gander outside might tell you. Yeah, well, we all have urgent needs. And mine is to keep my lab and hopefully the rest of this system from falling apart. I need the modulator for my own analysis. You can wait. I apologize. Suppose I can trust you with this information then. Matriarch knows one more voice might help us out of this mess. Our situation is far more dire than it may seem. There is no proof that Rift data can be stabilized or even edited. The Consul's plan will fail completely. But he no longer listens to me, which is distressing. I've prepared a report for him showing how the very structure of the modulator makes what we're attempting impossible. But I doubt he will pay it much mind. Yes, but as I said, I fear the report won't do any good. It's clear you aren't bound by the same rules as the rest of us somehow. If he won't hear me out, perhaps a third party will have more luck. Here, use this keycard on the module over there. It will allow you to download my report and grant you access to the control deck. I hope you're able to sway him. Because if you don't, we're all dead. A deck up in the control room. The Consul is the only one who has the means of controlling it, which makes your persuading him that much more necessary. Go now.
Accessing report. Rift Restoration Analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Schematics acquired. However, the information contained here also indicates the existence of rifts beyond where humanity has traveled. This does not compute.
Our work here is not done. We must confront the Consul before anything can come to fruition regarding these schematics or the rift modulator.